Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. That's a matchup. Maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depends on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he's usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, hey.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to throw. Throws. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw on 3rd down. Rhodes. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws. They become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Let's go. No, check. Patriot.
Looking to throw on second down. Throws. Flushed out. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he coughed it up. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Back in it, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he slides to avoid the hit. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. 319.
From the gun, Rose escaping the pressure right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Falcons. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some room to work. He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more. Here's it, nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Here to his running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down. Rose. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First and 10. Rose. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, they can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Let's go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Blue landed.
Throwing again. Rose. And his throw is incomplete.
On I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Green, watching that body, body. No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot. Watching that body, body. Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder, with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet.
No, check, Patriot. Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
On 4th down, Rose. This is caught inside the 15. They'll get 32 yards there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watching that body. Detroit.
On first down, Rose. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, big hit. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Oh, he slipped right. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The previous play is under review. The line on the field is reversed.
Throwing on first down. Rose. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, Rose. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rose. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 23 yards on the play. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So we've reached halftime in a wild. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Rose. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Spinning away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a second.
And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, 8. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
On 1st and 10, Rose going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And now here's a carry heading left. Second down following the run. To throw. Throws. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And the wideout in motion. On first down, throws. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. To throw on 3rd down, Rose. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Give to Elliott running left. Pushing his way through. 31 yards there and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Delayed game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll drop the throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Back to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw, and he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. side here, and that's complete. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And it's the Giants that wound up winning that one. Leonard Fournette, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.